As I approach the end of the year, I generally do an assessment. I look back at all the things throughout the year, and then I ask myself, is there anything or anyone that can be perceived as a negative situation or a negative event that I am holding on to, that I do not have peace about? In other words, is there an event at a particular time of the year that I'm still holding on to, particularly a negative event? Also, is there a person, is there an individual that I still don't have peace with? And as I move through looking back at these things and asking myself those questions, I don't want to carry or still be holding on to any negatives in my life that I will take into the new year. I want everything to be settled in peace, that I walk through into the new year with peace in my soul and peace in my spirit, peace on my mind, peace with everyone. And if there is someone that I'm not aware of, if there's something or some negative event that I'm still holding on to that I'm not aware of, I'm asking God to show me what it is and then to help me to get through it and help me to let it go. I want to walk into the new year with freedom. I want you to walk into the new year with freedom as well. So I don't want you carrying around anything. You know, sometimes if I can paint a picture of carrying around something, it's like we take a suitcase and we pack up this suitcase with all the negative events. Oh, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to carry this around with me. I'm going to travel with it. It's going to go everywhere I go. I'm always going to have it in my memory. I'm always going to have it in my heart. We don't want to carry those things. Let it go. When we let it go, it gives us peace. We don't hold on to it that it could turn into bitterness or unforgiveness, right? So take an assessment. Think about these things. I don't know if this is going to help you, but think about it before you go into the new year. Is there anything, anyone that I'm carrying that I should not be carrying, that I shouldn't be holding on to? Lord, help me to let them go. Help me to forgive them. Help me to move on. Because honestly, when we hold on to this, these things could turn into offenses. And the word offense means resentment brought about by a perceived insult. And notice how the dictionary uses that word perceived, because sometimes that offense can be an insecurity of ours. It could come from that. It can come from something that we may be feeling about ourselves that's negative. So we perceive when someone says something or something happens in our life, we perceive it as an insult. So we want to take assessment of that. We want to take a look at it. We want to examine it and say, okay, is this a trigger from something that I'm believing about myself, some insecurity that I'm believing about myself? Because sometimes we may feel as though somebody has thrown an insult at us and they're not even aware of it. They don't even know that they're saying something that offended you, that insults you. There's another definition for offense. The dictionary also states that it could bring about injury or a wrong done. Now, I'm not saying that when somebody does something to you that you're supposed to just dismiss it and say, okay, let them do it, keep on doing it, or whatever. But what I'm saying is that we have to examine it first, and then we have to forgive that person. We have to let that go. Because if we hold on to it, and like I say, if we pack it up in that suitcase and carry it around, it turns into an offense. It turns into bitterness. It turns into hate and anger. And all these different negatives begin to stem from that. And we don't want that. We want to have peace in our heart. We want to have peace in our mind and peace in our spirit. We don't want to take things into the new year that we should have left. We want to forget those things that are behind us. right? And we want to look forward. My encouragement for you is to, as we draw towards the end of the year and as we look forward to the coming year, take an assessment. Look at those things that you've experienced this year and see if you're still holding on to something. And usually you could tell that by when you think about it, you get a kind of a like a not good feeling. It's almost like your body tells you that. And if that's the case, ask God to help you to let that go and forgive that because you don't want to hold on to that. I would encourage you to walk into the new year. As a matter of fact, run into the new year free, peace in your heart, peace in your soul, and peace in your spirit. Don't bring anybody, anything, any event, any negative into the new year because we have a lot to do next year. We have a lot of good things to do next year. We're expecting, every year, I expect good things. Every year, I believe, gets better and better. Because as we learn and as we grow, and as we continue to trust and hold on to the Lord, it gets better and better. Thank you for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.